Good afternoon, learners. It's been another week, and in our previous class, we were discussing how to find the area and volume of regular objects. Today, we are discussing how to find the volume of irregular objects. Now, without wasting much time, let's move straight to our topic for discussion. Now, when you have an irregular object, you cannot determine the length, breadth, height of the irregular object. So there is a way of getting it done, and that is what I want to show you in this video. The simplest way of getting it done is by using the irregular kind, or by just performing a very simple experiment which I am yet to display. In explanation to the experiment, you will need a measuring cylinder, and then you fill it to a known volume of water. So you are just going to fill in with the water to let's say a measurement that is known on the measuring cylinder. We'll go through an example, and then you will get to really understand it. So after filling it with a known volume of water, you will also measure the irregular object, and then you put it into the measuring cylinder. The volume is going to change. So you note the initial volume and then also the final volume as being displayed on the board. So let's go to what we want to discuss briefly. So I have two measuring cylinders. This is the first one. I have labeled it A. This is the second one. I labeled it B. Now, with these two measuring cylinders, the first one I fill it with water to a known volume, V1, 30 meters. Sorry? Yes, so I have a known volume of water, 30 meters cube, right? And then I find another one, and then I fill it to the same 30 meters, right? So we are calculating the volume, 30 meters cube. Now, I will now weigh my irregular object. So I will weigh the irregular object on either a beam balance or electronic balance. So after weighing, I had 90 kilograms. So with the 90 kilograms, I put the 90 kilograms stone into my measuring cylinder. So this is the first one. I measure the same amount of water and then place the stone inside. You realize that the volume of the water increases to a second volume, which I have noted 60 meters cube. Now, this is going to help me to know the volume of the stone. How do I know the volume of the stone? It is very simple. I have the first volume, which is 30 meters cube, and then I have the second volume, which is 60 meters cube. So I have to calculate for the final volume. So it is going to be V2, which is 60, minus V1, which is 30. So 60 minus 30 will give me 30 meters cube. Right. And then my mass, I weighed it, so I had 90 kilograms. So in order for me to know the volume of the water, the final volume and then the initial volume, you do your small subtraction. That is the final being subtracted, 60 minus 30, and then you have your 30 as the volume of the stone. Because it is an irregular object, this is a very short experiment that will help you to get it done. Let's look at our second example. Here too, I have my mass of 20 kilograms. I don't know, maybe it's a mango or a stone. And then I have my initial volume of 2 meters, and then I have my final volume of 4 meters. So if I want to find the volume of the stone, it is the vein 2, which is the final volume, which is the value is 4 meters, minus vein 1, which is 2 meters. Okay, so in finding my total volume or my final volume, let me call final volume vein F, vein 2 minus vein 1, and I have 4 meters cube minus 2 meters cube. Alright, so when I do the subtraction, I have 2 meters cube as my volume. I want you to go through this, practice this, go over it, look into your textbooks, do a simple experiment. You can just you can improvise, okay? Take any container, vaulted container, any container, and then improvise. Just go through it and then perfect. We need it for our next class. On this note, I want to leave you with a very simple assignment. Do a short video of your improvised way of calculating the volume of an irregular object, and then send a short video to my WhatsApp number 0547695569. I want to look at what you have done and then continue learning. I'll see you in the next class. Enjoy yourself. Bye.